P1. He's in line, Barrett out of Macedon, New York. On the outside is the number 3 car of Andy Kokolova. Andy out of car number 25. Green is out nevertheless as they come racing off the corner. And the leader, car number 19, going up and around the outside, or car number 14. Billy S going up to the number 1 spot. And now everybody's scrambling to go up there to the number 1 road as we've got a challenge coming off at turn number 4 coming down. Car number 3 goes to the front. Now good battle ensuing for the number 2 spot as Kokoleva kind of falters a little bit coming off of turn number 2. And coming up really, really strong is the Josh Schoonmaker, car number 84. He works on the inside, battling away for the number 3 spot. Works it down. Brian Hallett, car number 36. Now Brian started in 6th spot, and he is now in the number 2, now going to the number 1 spot. Brian hooking up, last lap turned in a 27.33. These are the Super 6s as they race going down into turn number 3 and down between turns number 3 and 4. Ready to bring it off that 4th corner and down to number 6. Car of Kokoleva, he was the early leader, now in the number 2 spot. About 27.10 on the Speedway, good enough for 66.421 miles an hour. The 84 car now making a fifth, and Josh Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker now coming up and around the outside. Schoonmaker with a good run coming down the back straightaway and into turn number 6. And Schoonmaker is going after the leader, Brian Hallett, on 26.55 on that last lap, 67.796 miles an hour. We could have this stuff coming for the number 1 spot. And your leader, Brian Hallett, brings it down the back straightaway down into turn number 3. He takes the rear end of that car out just a little bit. Now they race down in between the corners. Off the turn number 3. Schoonmaker and car number 84 remaining back there in the number 2 spot. 26.09 on the clock, so we're going to have a battle for the number 1 position. Schoonmaker, car number 84, holding on to the number 2 spot, trying to reel in the leader. They go racing down the back straightaway. Hallett is the leader, Hallett by a half a car length. They race down between turns number 3 and 4. Sword stands by. Hallett taking the win over Schoonmaker and car number 84. 26.73 on the clock for the first qualifying heat.
So we got Butler and Adam Van Hall starting on the front row. They'll come down this time. 6 laps distance. They will take the lead. Adam Van Hall, the number 2. Adam Van Hall takes over that number 1 spot. And look who's coming to the high side already. He just came from the outside the second row, the number 89 of Brandon Allen. He's closing in quickly for that number 1 spot. Butler drops back to the number 3 position. Then it's Brandon at number 4. Allen right there in the tire track. That time around 26.29 seconds for your leader, Adam Van Hall, the number 2. Well, he's feeling the pressure now as Brandon Allen is right there in his tire track into turn number 3 and 4. Great battle for the number 3 and 4 spot. Keith Butler Jr. has it, but Van Grant wants that spot. 26.83 seconds that time around for the leader, Adam Van Hall, number 2. Van Grant takes over that number 3 position. Here comes Tim Farrell. Farrell in the number... Oh, we got a great battle for that number 1 spot. We knew that was coming. The number 89 of Brandon Allen now has the preferred line as he's down on the low side. 66 miles per hour that time around. So you've got a new leader, Brandon Allen, in the the number 89. He came from outside of row number 2. He has taken that number 1 spot away from your early race leader, Adam Van Hall, in the number 2. 3 laps completed. This time around, they will be looking at the parallel flag. 2 more laps to go. Allen is the number 89 out there in number 2. Adam Van Hall races in second, 26.31 seconds, consistently in the 26-second bracket. So nobody seems to be getting any faster or slower. Brandon Allen continues to lead. He'll be looking at the white flag this time around. Van Grant has made his way up to the number 3 spot. And there is Tim Farrell in the number 98. White flag in the air. 26.46 seconds. Just a little slower that time around for your leader, Brandon Allen. Allen has the back stretch and then 2 more corners to negotiate before he sees the checkers. The number 2 of Adam Van Hall comfortably back there in the number 2 spot. Then Van Grant and Tim Farrell round out the top 4. Here he comes down to the line, ladies and gentlemen.